Welcome to Kalari Lab. Today we begin an exciting new series looking at the martial applications behind the forms. Today we shall look at the first form of Northern style, the Kalari Vandanam. If you would like to stay informed of any further videos we release on the martial applications, please subscribe or follow our channel. In the first form, the Vandanam form, the first movement that we do is to bring the arms into this position. They do not come this way, they come this way. The most direct way to come into a position which gives defense to the body. You block and protect the body in the front. This area of the chest, which is of course very sensitive. If you are struck here, you will at the very least be winded. You could even have a problem with the heart. So by blocking this area in a direct movement, first of all, we give protection to an area which is energetically and biologically crucial to the center of the body. At the same time, from this position, you can in fact strike, whether it be with an open or closed hand, and that strike can be done without removing the block. So it's a block from which you can hit. Now, in the case of the first form, we do not hit in this way. Instead, we step forward as we hit. So once the arms are brought up in front of the body, the next gesture is to slightly bring the hands down and at the same time to lower the head. From this point, we will then come forward. But there is significance already in this movement of lowering the head for several reasons. If you observe my spine has gone into slight flexion. Now, for those of you who are aware, there is something called intrinsic equilibrium. Intrinsic equilibrium, what it does is it is a force, an intrinsic force inside the spine that returns the spine to being straight. So whenever you deviate the spine from being straight, whether that's into flexion, extension, lateral flexion or rotation, the energy for it to come back to straight is basically free energy. And the reason that is, with those four movements that I described, is because you're putting torque, or rather let's say tension, into a ligament. So when I twist to the side, the ligaments that go from one vertebra to the next, they become stretched like an elastic band, and they can then return without using any energy, because ligaments do not have blood flow. So it can return back to being straight without any energy. Now, what that means is if I drop my head into this position, I can bring it back to straight almost without any energy. It's a free movement. Now, that's the first reason it is significant. The second reason is more to do with the fact that it is a deception technique. So if I am here in this position and I come down like this, it is as if giving the signal to my opponent, oh, I am a humble person, I do not want to fight you, I am just a meek and mild man. However, you have now loaded your spine with potential energy by bringing it into flexion. And from that position, you can then come straight. And as you come back to straight with the spine through the back leg, you unleash the energy that you put into that flexion. So you flex and then extend, flex and extend. And that release gives your body power to drive forward. Now, what do the arms do? The arms extend that line. So the line that I have through my back leg and through my spine is then continued up through my arms into one straight line. What that does is it drives the ground reaction force that's come from the ground through my leg, through my pelvis, through my spine, through my shoulders, through my arms. It drives it up on that angle. What it targets is this area slightly below the rib cage. So at the bottom of your rib cage, you have here your xiphoid process, very sensitive. If you press your xiphoid process even gently, it doesn't like it. If you strike on an angle coming diagonally upward, you are able to push underneath here and can cause significant damage. So this is a technique we use a great deal in Kalari, in the weapons forms and in the body forms, the idea of coming underneath. You'll see this countless times repeated. So the arms come up to protect this area in front of the body. We then soften the body, still keeping an awareness of what is in front. I don't simply look down and not see this anymore. I still see this. And then from here, I drive forward. And on an angle, the two hands together push up and into this area. So you have here a martial application which has a defensive element to it and a counter-attack to it, that is harnessing gravity as well as intrinsic equilibrium, because gravity wants to take me down. Yes? Gravity will take me to the floor. So I can use gravity to go forward. Simply by leaning my body forwards, gravity wants to take me forward. At the same time, by putting a flexion into my spine comes back into extension. So from the very first step of the form, the very first, we are harnessing the forces that will eventually lead us towards effortlessness. And effortlessness is really the key to martial arts. Yeah, for us to be able to move in a way that is like water. Yes, so softening, extending, the hands coming hard and strong into this vital point. This is one of the marma of the body, and when we hit it at an upward angle, it can cause serious problems in this area and also in the organs of the chest, including the heart, including the lungs. Breathing becomes very difficult. Okay, so this is our first look at these fighting applications. We will continue this weekly. Please stay attuned, stay aligned, and stay in touch. Be ready.